Hello, my name is Corey of Coriander Quilts, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Sewcialites Quilt Along. Now, so far I've been sharing about this quilt along over on my blog at corianderquilts.com, but I thought it might be fun to share it in video format today, just so I could show you a little bit better the blocks and talk about the quilt along just a little bit more. If you're new to the Sewcialites Quilt Along, it started in September and there is a new block released every month. It's hosted by Fat Quarter Shop, and you can find all of the patterns free on their blog as well as on their website. And I'm going to link to both spots down below so you know where to visit if you want to get any of the block patterns. They are available in a 3-inch, a 6-inch, and a 9-inch size. So you have lots of options for whatever your skill level might be. And Fat Quarter Shop hosts a video every week that breaks down exactly how to make the blocks. So if you're new to sewing, or if you just like a little bit more of a visual to help you along as you're piecing blocks, that's a great spot. So I'm going to link to that as well. Now, Fat Quarter Shop has provided a number of different layouts for the quilt along. I decided I was going to do something a little bit different and have designed my own layout. So I'm doing something like this, and I'm doing my blocks all in the 3-inch size. Now, I am not going to need to use all of the blocks from the quilt along, so I have skipped a few of the blocks along the way, but I thought it would be fun to show you all of the ones that I have made so far. So beginning with block number 1, this little guy is called Harmony. It's by Lisa Alexander. And the fabrics that I'm using are from my Springbrook fabric collection, which you can see back here. These fabrics are set to release sometime either later this month or maybe into February. The fabric lines are running just a little bit later with shipment right now, so we might see those rolling into quilt shops in February. But those are Springbrook, and all of the blocks that you see, I've used Springbrook. The second block I'm going to share with you was designed by Lisa Bonjean. And it's this little block. Some of the blocks are a little bit more piecing, and then some of them are simpler, which is nice. You never know exactly what's coming each week. And you can always skip one if you want to, or just go with the bigger sizes. This next block is by Vanessa Gertzen. This is Spirited. And these would also be really fun to make into pin cushions if you wanted to, or you could make a few of them and turn them into a pillow top or table runner. They're just so versatile for so many different things. This is Wisdom, the Wisdom block by Sherry McConnell. And the next one I made was by Bonnie Olafson. That would be Bonnie of Bonnie and Camille. Up next, I have Soulful. This is by Joanna of Fig Tree Quilts. I love this cornflower blue color that's in the Springbrook line. I think that's so pretty, and it's so fun for spring. Up next is Gracious. This is by Vanessa of V & Co. And the next block is by April Rosenthal. Sincere is the name of this block. You can see how little and cute they are. They're so fun in the 3-inch size. I find that if I press all of my seams open, I pressed them open, all seams on all of the blocks I'm doing, and use plenty of starch before I cut any of my pieces out, it helps a lot with accuracy. And I'm going to talk a little bit about starch at the end of this video. The next block I made was, let's see, this is Faithful. Yes, Faithful by Camille Roskelley. And then I skipped one. That's why I was a little bit thrown off. This is actually by Barb and Mary. This one was the week before Camille's, but Barb and Mary's block, and the name of it is Cheer. And then last week's block was by Chelsea Stratton. Her and her mom, Sherry and Chelsea, designed for Moda, and this block is Serenity. And then this week's block is brought to us by Lori Holt, and it's called Genuine. So that is the block pattern that's being released this week. And so like I said, all of the block patterns are available on the Fat Quarter Shop website as well as on their blog. So I'll give you those links so that you can make any of those that you want to. You can go back and print them off, and then going forward, they're released usually every Friday. Occasionally they're released on Thursday, but usually every Friday is when you're going to be seeing those popping up. Now, I mentioned that I wanted to talk about starch, and the reason I want to talk about starch a little bit is because it does really help with the piecing on these blocks. I like to starch. Most often I starch when I'm doing little blocks. I don't starch as much when I'm doing like a 12-inch block or an 18-inch block or something bigger, but if I'm doing something with a lot of pieces, I do like to use starch, and I like to starch before I ever cut my fabrics out. I don't pre-wash, but I do like to give a good starch. I like to use the Lisa Bonjean starching method, which I think if you just look here on YouTube for Lisa Bonjean starching method, you will find it. That is also the same method that Kimberly of Fat Quarter Shop uses, and I know that she has done videos for the starching method as well. The starch that we all have been liking to use has changed recently, the formulation. So I've been trying out some of the different faultless starches to see which one I preferred in place of the old version of faultless. So the ones that I have used, I've tried this one, green with the yellow lid. I think it's easiest just to talk about the colors of the bottles because that's what we're all looking for. So this one here with the yellow lid. I've tried this red one. And then the one that I have liked best is this gold one. So the gold bottle with the gold lid is the one that is providing the firmest starch for me so far. Now, if I find another faultless in a store, I will probably pick it up and try it just because I like to know what I like to use. It's gonna vary from person to person. So what works for me might not be the best for you and vice versa. So I like to try things out, but so far that gold one, gold lid, is the one that is working best for me. So if you're a starcher and you've been looking for that new formula that's gonna work for you in place of the old faultless, you might start there and see what you think about that one. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you today about the Sewcialites blocks. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me questions down in the comments. I'm gonna try to get all of those links up for you so you know where to go in order to have your block patterns. And if you liked seeing the blocks in this format, feel free to let me know. It might be something I'll do going forward in the future. I am gonna hold up today's block again today because I know that's the one you guys are all wanting to see most. So what's the new block? What's the new block? So this is the new one, and this is what comes out just today. And so you can snag that on the Fat Quarter Shop website or blog. And I do want to thank you for stopping by today. I hope you guys have a great day and happy sewing.